Champs, this is Rich with Product Gym, and today I have my good friend and our incoming AI product manager, instructor, Duru. And today we're going to go ahead and talk about basically how to put an AI portfolio together because if you guys are noticing what's going on right now, the whole industry, we've been saying this here at Product Gym for about 3 years, which was AI is going to absolutely take over. People either agreed with us and did nothing, or people either disagreed with us and did nothing. But as of right now, you guys know exactly what is going on. So with that said, we're gonna one of the biggest changes in actually landing the I would still say right now that there's still a lot of product manager opportunities that are out there that does not require AI, but companies are going to need to see that you are learning AI, you are doing something with AI. And it just so happens our friend here has actually just gotten done with her master's program focused on AI and ML over there at Columbia. So for our upcoming cohort, you guys are going to be getting basically an AI, a graduate level, an Ivy League class graduate level AI education at a fraction of the cost. Please go ahead and schedule a call with us if you're interested. Upcoming AI product management cohort starting on July 7th. But um, before we go ahead and get to what kind of portfolio you should put together, I'm just going to let Duru introduce herself and just talk about what's her background and then how she came to be here.
Right. Thank you so much, Richard. First of all, my name is Dura, and I'm so excited to see all of you tonight. I've been in fintech for the past 8 years, and I've been wearing many different hats and working on numerous projects. Right now, I'm at Corebridge Financial, building and managing the company's investment analytics tool. And while doing that, as Rich mentioned, I completed my master's degree in AI while working full time. And this really gave me an opportunity to understand both the academic and the practical side of AI. And obviously being in the professional world for 8 years, also along with my recent exposure to AI, I was able to use this knowledge to really polish up my personal brand and also bring my best performance to work, which is what we're going to teach you in this program and what we're going to talk about tonight.
There we go. There we go, fam. So let me go ahead without further ado. My name's Rich. I'm the founder here at Product Gym. And if you don't know my background, I spent about 3 years in California doing tech recruiting at a staffing agency. And I basically saw this whole kind of tech craze take off. And right now, it seems like we've gone from tech over to basically everything is going to be AI, AI, AI. In fact, saying tech almost sounds a little bit antiquated at this point right now. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys in on what? Are you guys seeing my screen now?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. So in the chat, I've already popped in Duru's LinkedIn handle if you guys wanted to go out there and connect with her. But to let you guys know this, there is an AI gold rush right now. And if people are thinking like tech is not hiring, you're right. Tech is not. AI is hiring. They're willing to go ahead and drop $20,000 in referral fees. This is Ventara AI. If you guys never heard of them before, they're a San Francisco-based company. That's Rohan right there. And just looking for a founding engineer and a founding architect, they're willing to go out there and drop 20 G's. So if anybody has any good referrals, send it over. I mean, this seems like peanuts compared to like the $100 million bonuses that Meta's handing out to OpenAI staff. But I can assure you $20,000 in US dollars still goes pretty far. But he's based out there. He Ventara AI. He's based out there in San Francisco. I've seen $5,000 referral fees. I've seen $10,000 referral fees, and I've also seen $20,000 referral fees. Uh, Like, have I seen anything higher than 20,000? I've seen one $25,000 referral fee. So if you're thinking about like whether or not you should be learning AI right now, you really shouldn't think anymore because by the time that you're basically done thinking about it, you're probably just gonna go out there and get wrecked. So the question really begins with, all right, Rich, you kind of sold me on AI. What should I do and how do I go out there and how do I go out there and break into AI product management? Well, we hosted that same event last week, so I'm just gonna go ahead and share the video with you for you guys to go ahead and watch it at your leisure. But it really begins with scheduling a call with us to see if you're a good fit for the upcoming AI product management cohort. And the next thing is, okay, so I take your cohort. What should I go ahead and prepare to do next? Number one is developing the skills. Number two is putting together your portfolio. Number three is actually participating in the job hunt actively. And then obviously number four is making sure you interview well and secure the job. So where does your journey of learning the skills actually begin? We're starting off the AI product management cohort with learning one core skill, which is automating workflows. Why is automating workflows very important? Well, because it's clear that this is what companies want. And let me go ahead and give you guys some insight. So if you guys have not, oh, that's me. If you guys want to go ahead and connect with me, I think some of you guys are here because you guys know me on LinkedIn. Well, not that, bro. Have you guys heard of this guy's crushing it right now? I'm gonna get to him in a second. Have you guys heard of a Have you guys just show me in the chat? Have you guys heard of this platform? It's called N8N. Oh, come on. We need a little bit more participation than that, folks. N8N. Yes,
I see a
no.
yes. I see a few yeses.
I see a few yeses.
Yes, I worked a lot with it from Harsha.
Any more? Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. I need feedback, people. This is not a time to not participate. This is a time to get very, very in depth because I see like, 19 people here and I only saw a few responses. Any more people participate? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Okay. So it's a workflow automation platform. And if you go ahead and you go to N8N, you're probably at first glance thinking, what has this accomplished that Zapier has not been able to accomplish? Well, number one, it's powered by AI. It's going to allow you to go ahead and do things. Now, this is one of the many things that we're going to go out there and cover, but like workflow automation, AI agents is like extremely, extremely, extremely like building AI agents, which is actually an upcoming webinar that we're dropping. That's huge right now. But the more important thing is when you're thinking about how to put together your portfolio, you got to understand this. Right now, putting together your portfolio for a product manager looks basically like this. Somebody that's actually doing a walkthrough of like what's happening first, second, and third. It's not about just having like a website anymore. They want to see that you're number one, a real person, because there's a lot of fake applicants that are applying. I know there's a lot of fake jobs being posted. But the second thing that they want to see is you actually, from start to finish, you can navigate something. So instead of seeing doer here, pop a pizza into the oven, they want to see you guys do it, right? And they want to see that you guys can actually communicate it because communication is actually more important than ever in a product manager function. There are a lot of qualified product managers that have been out of work for a very long time, and strictly it's because they find that these people have a very difficult time communicating. I work with engineers all day, and I can tell you this is not always easy to communicate with engineers either. Communication is absolutely key, and they want to know that you're actually putting yourself out there. The people that are getting the jobs right now, also, I don't know if you guys are seeing these videos, they're using these guys now to go out there and actually drive leads. So, like another thing that you have to be very cautious about in terms of putting together a portfolio is what is the business impact of that portfolio? What is the result? So this guy here, John, he's a friend of mine. He just dropped this like I just replaced an entire outbound sales team with AI powered assistants and built entirely off of NHN, N8N. He had about 1,000 comments on there, and it says this: if you want me to go ahead and automate your sales team, comment SDR. Look at all the CEOs: Emily Watts, SDR, Andre, SDR. Yes, you're gonna help me fire 20 of my salespeople. On average, a salesperson costs a team in America $40,000 a year. That's the entry level salary. I know I started off as an SDR myself. SDR, 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 SDR. Go to market at Growtown, SDR. All these people, right? This other guy here even crushed that target. I just automated an entire outbound sales team with AI SDR. He had 2,500 comments. What's hot right now is we want to know how you're going to help us fire teams. Now, oh shit, I'm getting a flood of DMs right now. This is disgusting, right? But here's what I've just realized. If you don't want to be on the chopping block yourself, because they're putting together a spreadsheet of the next batch of people to lay off, sign up for this cohort because your most amazing value proposition is I'm going to go out there and help you guys eliminate a department. That's what they want, right? Walmart, I mean, not Walmart, well, probably Walmart, but Whole Foods, they're not looking for people to go ahead and try to like become cash registers anymore. They want to go out there and try to figure out how to make that market more autonomous. So take a look at this SDR, 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 SDR. It starts off with learning the basics before you can go ahead and put together something like this. But the main takeaways that I need to have for people is you're likely not going to go ahead and learn these skills on your own. So this is why you need to schedule the call. Secondly, this is moving so fast. Like our event next week, Aduru here is going to talk a little bit about vibe coding, um, and lovable, right? And for the past few years, basically for me as a business owner, every single week, somebody's been telling me something new. And it's just like, oh shit. Oh. And people are going faster and faster and faster. You no longer have like weeks upon weeks upon weeks. AI agents on demand. This guy here got 2,700 comments. People are putting like people are taking a look at this is actually one of the newsletters that I just dropped. I think newsletters are freaking old. Like putting together this very basic level side project portfolio, that's kind of like still very surface level. What we want to actually see is business impact. And if you can actually put something like this together, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna get paid. There is a huge AI gold rush, a lot of money to go out there and be made. Just typing in right now, N8N, I just typed in here, and you'll see this guy's like, I just made 7 grand this past week shipping an AI SDR. Like people are actually they're dumping it out there and companies are hiring them and they're bringing them in-house. Um like the more of this type of stuff that people are actually putting out there, it is amazing, yo. People are just dropping it because you want to know why? In exactly a week from now, nobody would have done this. We started this company back in like 2016. Nobody would have done this in 2016, 2017, 2018. But right now, people are just dropping because they know in about 72 hours is not going to be relevant. So for the people that are like, oh, I don't feel comfortable putting myself out there, well, put out something that companies actually would value, and they will figure out how to pay you whatever it is that you want to keep you on the team. Because companies invest on average sales, like putting together a sales, like a AI portfolio like this, where it's like, I'm going to help you automate a customer success team. I'm going to help you automate a content creation team, or I'm going to help you guys automate. I'm going to take this very manual process and I'm going to go out there and completely automate it with AI agents. That's going to go out there and really help you print cash. So, with that said, we're 23 minutes in. What questions do you guys have for us? Uh, I want to be very clear here. Like, you guys can still go out there and get jobs, but eventually, the advice that I'm going to have for people is basically this. We have an Alex Wang in the house. I just saw that on the participants. Eventually, to go out there and basically stay relevant in the field, you're no longer what I see with the people that are going to be making like the three, $400,000 jobs, the $500,000 jobs, is people automating departments, and it's number one things that we're going to cover in the upcoming AI product management cohort is showing that you can do your job at a much shorter time so that you can spend the rest of that time actually volunteering for these AI, like to lead these AI projects. Like, what would take somebody an 8 hour workday, or what would take somebody a 40-hour work week to go ahead and say, like, yeah, I got that thing done by lunchtime. And I spent my remaining time automating the SDR team so we could just fire all these people. That's hot. That's not only hot, that's gonna go out there and get you paid. I got actually I won't screenshot this. I had 8 people just DM me. That's disgusting. It's where the market's going. So nothing I'm gonna say is gonna change that. You might as well just profiteer from it. So with that was it for me and Dura. Like, what questions do you guys have? Because this is going down. Oh, one more thing. Somebody did ask me, sent me a DM this message. For those of you guys that are wondering, because I know we're putting out a lot of content for this, definitely another reason to schedule the call. But yes, the AI product manager mock interview partner is up and is ready to go. So if you had like an initial phone screen, another reason to schedule the call. On average, it takes about 25 reps for somebody to get really good at product management interviewing. Now you guys are going to be able, we've been putting up like all of this information up on demand, and you guys are going to go out there and actually see it.
Hello.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily from Maven's. Hi there, I'm Emily from Maven Solutions. How's your day going so far?
Not too bad. I'm ready for my interview with you guys.
Great to hear. Thanks for joining today. Let's get started. Can you begin by telling me a bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm currently a second year analyst over there at JP Morgan Chase, where I was working on one of our internal tools, and I most recently interfaced with our payments processing team. I saw the role at your company and thought I'd be a great fit, and I'm ready to transition to a full-time product manager position.
That's an interesting background. How did you transition into product management from your current role?
8 years of content, we're uploading it on there. This is gonna go out there and basically solve two problems for you guys. Number one is people need to get more reps with people that are people need to get more reps with people that are actual recruiters, and this helps with that too. You're also gonna have a full analytics breakdown of what your performance is like, your practice log. We're making this as part of the deal. Yesterday, I think I crushed my product design interview. And then on top of that, companies are already issuing out like an AI recruiter, and the people that's already actively in our cohort has already interfaced with an AI recruiter already, but yet there's no solution in the marketplace so far to win against the AI recruiter. So this is going to work out better for the AI recruiter, and this is actually going to help you win conversions with the human recruiter. So as of right now, we have this up for product strategy questions, and product sense, behavioral questions, and then on top of that, product design questions, and then the initial phone screen. But I want to demo that a little bit for y'all. Uh, let's get to it, folks. Andy Liu. Why does that name sound familiar? Okay, let's start off from the very top. Would there be a number of case studies that we should aim for in a portfolio? Uh, Drew, what do you think?
I think, it's never a set number, but it's mostly like the impact of a project. If a project like has a lot of business potential, right, has a lot of potential to like solve a big problem, like it doesn't matter if it's a single project or if it's like three smaller projects. I would say just maybe like still start with one, and then if you have time, especially given like the speed of like new technologies coming up, like new automation opportunities coming up with AI, just build up on them.
Yeah, I would say for starters, minimum 5 to 8. But you should just start with the one, and you should just start like now. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys why you guys need to schedule this call. And we've actually paired up with a few financing partners to make it more affordable than ever for you guys to start with this. The companies that are doing a lot of layoffs are also the same companies that are doing a lot of hiring, because we've been getting people into, like, most recently the past week and a half, we've gotten people into Amazon. We've also gotten people into Instagram. And these companies have also they've been doing layoffs, and they've also are continuing to do layoffs. Microsoft just announced that they're going to cut another 3,000 people in the headcount. The number one thing recruiters and my friends that are still in recruiting, the number one conversation topic is to determine whether or not somebody's going to get laid off is how fast is that person moving? Like, if they feel like they need all this information, if they feel like they're not deploying fast enough, speed is going to be your greatest asset in protecting you from getting laid off. So the people that are taking their sweet time and they're, overwhelmed with analysis paralysis, it's very unfortunate, but I just don't think you guys are going to do very well in the time to come. Yeah, with 100% respect, because I see like LinkedIn posts all day, like, oh, it's all about profit. You're not working at Netflix for free. So 100%. Um, it makes sense. Logical progression of intersection of AI and business. Great. So you're saying corporate managers, leaders are highly valuing talent that can help them figure out ways to get rid of existing resources. Uh, well, that's a very loaded question, Andy. Uh, the industry right now is favoring what is going to streamline operations the fastest and in the shortest amount of time. When you're talking about like, oh, they're valuing talent that can help them like fire their own team, think about it this way right now. And this is being recorded and this is going to get dropped later. If you're a business owner, your only objective is to turn a profit, because you have anything can happen in this market, but it's never been more apparent, like since COVID, that your number one objective is to go out there and pocket cash. When you're talking about automating a sales team, let me tell you what are the challenges. And this is something that you guys should take away from your interviewing process. I run a sales team myself. Okay. Some of you here today are going to go ahead and book a call. Some of you guys here today are not going to go ahead and book a call. So what do we do? as a for-profit business. We want you guys to book a call. We want you guys to book a call. We want you guys to show up to the call and want you guys to enroll in the program, granted, if you're a good fit. What ends up happening? You guys book a call. Let me give you guys some use cases. You guys book a call. You show up, but our admissions team member does not. We lose out on that business. You book a call. Our admissions team member is very, very depressed because their hinge date hasn't called them back. We lose out on money. You guys book a call, and our admissions team member is interviewing for another job that's way higher paying than what we can go out there and offer them. Somebody gets sick. There's a COVID surge right now, and we forget. Some of you decide you guys want to go ahead and enroll, but you guys don't. I remember I talked to a Goldman Sachs guy. This was back in 2018. And he was like, at first, he was like, yo, yeah, I'm very interested in the program. And then when he actually got on an actual phone call with me, he wanted to do it in person. Does it in person. We actually talked. He's like, I don't think I really need this program. Next Tuesday, for whatever reason, he's like, Rich, get me out of Goldman, man. I'm ready to roll. I The thing is, when people are making a buying decision, people are making a very emotional decision. Each and every one of those steps is manual, and each and every one of those steps is repetitive. Okay, look at the amount of content that we go out there and put out in a day. The same content topics for the newsletters, YouTube, Shorts, Instagram, TikTok, making sure it's all getting posted. Did you guys understand how many steps was required to get Duru and all of you guys here tonight? Somebody had to post this thing on Eventbrite, and then somebody had to get it on LinkedIn. Somebody had to go out there and email you guys to make sure you guys were showing up. There was a schedule change at the very last minute, so we had to go out there and update the time. And I'm still going to go, everything is manual. And this entire time, we're paying people to work from home. Meanwhile, now, we're just going to have AI agents go out there and take care of all of that. That helps us make more money, streamlines the entire operational process. Even for, on average right now, I think we're putting out about 20 offers like a month. There's so much of this process that we could just deploy AI agents on, right? Look at how much effort's required for you guys to go ahead and get a job right now. You got to go out there and source LinkedIn, 1825 other job boards, send out applications, and then you guys got to go ahead and go on LinkedIn, find the hiring manager, send them a message. And then on top of that, you guys got to follow up with that message because that person could have been looking at your little LinkedIn blurb while they were on a date. Or, you know what, while they were watching Netflix. And then after that, you got to go out there and follow. It's all repetitive, right? You guys don't want to do it. That's why those AI application tools are killing it right now. So with that said, like, yeah, talent has been proven to be highly unreliable because they're extremely emotional. And then they also have to go ahead and this is the way the business looks at it. This is not how I look at it. This is the way the business looks at it. They have emotions and they do other things. December, generally speaking, in the Western world is the most unproductive month. 4th of July is going to get ready to get started next week. Most of you will start drinking by July 1st. Right? So yeah. To answer your question, Andy. Yeah. Oh, I did talk to you before. This was a few years back. If you're ready to go out there and get in the program right now, now's time. So companies, they would prefer to go ahead if they could do it with nobody. That's what they would prefer. So how does tools like NA relate to internal work stream used in a company? My question is, does a company value working on demand AI tool skills like Lovable and N8N? Dude, that's a question for you.
I would say absolutely, because these tools really help you automate some of the day-to-day tasks, or even like some of the things that, for example, as a product manager, you have to work with like engineers, right? And let's say you have a vision for this product and you want to pitch it to the CEO, to the, head of product, but your engineers don't have the time. So what you do is you like upload the PRD to Lovable and like get a working, basically minimum viable product, right? MVP, rather than just like a few UX sketches, and you know that takes you to next level. N8N as well, like if you have work streams that you need to automate, especially for like product marketing, you know, duties, like why not use it? At the end of the day, as I said, speed is your greatest asset, right? As you said, sorry, speed is your greatest asset. So if you are able to use these tools to really, you know, like get a viable product, get, you know, like a product to pitch, like that makes you the best PM out there, and that's what's gonna like really separate you from rest of the crowd.
That's right. Any other questions that we have before we go ahead and yeah, um Xiaoqu, like hopefully I'm saying your name right. Like companies may not be utilizing an AI tool like Lovable or N8N, but they would really appreciate learning something from you. And there's more and more and more platforms that are like and services that are coming out, and they're always looking for ways to go ahead and cut costs. You know, they're always looking for a way to go out there. Anything that's going to go out there and drive down costs and increase profits, that's what we're all about. That is exactly what we're all about right now. I know it's getting soulless, you know. What are several examples of AI side projects that can build credibility, particularly with PMs without AI experience? Um, I think the first thing in terms of what it is that we covered is showing that you can automate like a very, very, very small workflow. Um, Other things is showing how it is that you can implement AI into your own job search because you're showing them that you can think about problems. Um, let's see here, other things. I actually have it. I'm gonna go out there and put up this newsletter that I just dropped that has a list of side projects that you guys can go ahead and utilize. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's go over this little guy. Okay. Right now, redesign and reposition like an existing app. Run a 5-day discovery sprint for a niche problem. Create a feature proposal. Something like turning public data into public insights. Um, Using ChatGPT or AI tools to solve a customer problem. Let me see here. It's really endless. We have a whole list, but like to make sure that also not everybody's leaving here with the exact same looking portfolio. I think people need to stop taking a look at this from I think people need to stop taking a look at this like from something very surface level to like high impact. Um, and I'll go out there and tell you guys like also the mindset that you guys should have. If if I was if I was going out there and I was doing a job, I would say, oh yeah, I recorded 400 YouTube shorts yesterday, which I did. And it's just like I worked so hard. I was recording 400 shorts, right? If I'm looking at it from my business standpoint, I don't care if I'm recording like 4,000 shorts because I'm trying to drive attention, I'm trying to drive traffic, I'm trying to drive revenue. So when you're thinking about this, always think about what are the problems that product managers on a day-to-day basis are trying to solve. UX research, which is something I talked about with Dura, that's another huge one. If you can go out there and help them eliminate the need to have a UX researcher on the team, Dura, you want to talk a little bit more about that?
I mean, yes. So one good thing about large language models, right? Like they are very conversational, and they can mimic basically a user. So what you can do is you can talk about your product, and you can talk about the, you know, like pain point, and you know, the large language model, aka ChatGPT, will give you some real answers. And you can also go beyond this by telling ChatGPT to like format it in such a way that like it would be actually a viable action item for the engineers to go ahead and implement it. So not only does it like, mimic a person, it also like creates a viable like work item for other team members to work on it, which gives you like so much free time, because now you have like eliminated the need to like get back and forth with the UX researcher, but also the need to like turn all of that insight into a work item.
Going into like an interview right now and letting them know, and people are already doing it. So going into an interview right now and letting them know potentially which role you can go ahead and take on of existing team members is gonna be hot, because that's what they actually want to see.
I mean, at the
Uh,
end of the day, product managers are also like each of every role, right? Like a little bit of each of every role. So
yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Not seeing that many. Let's see here. Alex, thanks for keeping it real. Thanks for showing up. Um, Let me see here. Let's say you talk about eliminating. Damn, I wouldn't talk about it with that person. Um, I mean, you want to be smooth about it, right? You don't want to actually say, I'm coming for your job, you know. But like, um, you know, there was a I won't say the name of the company, but there was an Asian company that's very well known. And I'm not even going to say the industry because people can narrow it down. But what they used to do, and this was like about 12 years ago, this was about, yeah, 10 years, 11 or 12 years ago, they'd bring everybody into the room and they just thought that this was the best way to go out there and interview. They would just interview all the software engineers at the same time and ask them, like, we saw all of your resumes and that's why you're here in this room today. Tell us why you're more qualified than every other software engineer in this room. It was a total Squid Game. Yeah, this is uh uh this is going to be like kind of like that. So the next event, I'm just gonna go out there and pop it up here. This is vibe code, just like kind of very basic like vibe coding. That one's going down next week. And then after that, we have one on just kind of like an intro to just building like AI agents. You guys already saw a little bit of that from the N8N. I keep thinking about like NHN or like NHS, like the UK Health Service. Um, yeah, but schedule the call if you guys have not already. Ed, where you at? Ed Roberts. Where you been, man? I'm gonna have my guy follow up with you. This is moving very, 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 very fast. Very fast. Well, I saw your hand raised. Well, there he is.
Hey, I'm
Well,
here, just
yeah,
listening in.
yeah.
How's it going?
Uh-huh.
Are you able
What's
to hear
that?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. How's it going?
Yeah, pretty good. I didn't have a comment or anything like that. I raised my hand because I acknowledge you saying my name.
Oh, all right, Gucci. Give me a second. Any other questions? Going once, going twice. Can't seem to click on copy. It worked for me too. Let's double check. All right, people.